Hello guys and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to data science. So in this class I thought that it would be great to have a little bonus and to add two functions that can work with NumPy as well. So basically I just wanted to show you at first all the operations that NumPy can do on Python. But I thought that adding two more functions could be a good thing, and at the same time you guys will probably love it. So basically the two functions that we are going to talk about today would be the exponential function, or e at the exponent x, and the logarithmic function. And basically the goal today is just to show you that NumPy is able to make arrays and make those functions work with arrays. So basically apply functions on those arrays. So it's not something that is too complicated to do, and at the same time it's pretty cool. Well, at least. All right, so the first thing that we will do is pretty simple. We need to write down our array, so basically our variable. So in this case, var1 would be our variable like always. And our variable, basically what we'll do with it, we will create an array. So np.array. We open up our parentheses, and in this case we'll work with just a one-dimensional array. So pretty simple. So like always we'll use some other numbers, so 3, 6, and 9. And right now we have our array. So the next step is pretty simple, is writing down our functions, and what's gonna happen is that Python will just apply those functions on each number inside of our array. So the first function that we are gonna have will be the exponential function. And basically how this function works is pretty simple. So it's simply e, or 2.72 and some other numbers, I don't remember them, exponent our number. So basically if we try it out, so simply write down np, so print np.exp, and in this case var1. So basically what I have just done is I wrote my print function. So I asked Python to print the exponential function of this variable right here. So basically since we have an array, what is going to happen, it's going to apply the exponential function on all the numbers right here. So basically the exponential function on this number, this one, and this one. And if we run the app, we can see it right here. So basically for the first one, so basically for the 3, it's going to be this. For the 6, it's going to be this. And for the 9, it's going to be this. It works pretty much the same way if we want to have a logarithmic function. So basically the log function is simply the reverse of the exponential function. It's not a log 10, usually it's a log 10, in this case it's not a log 10. So if we try it out, the only thing that you guys have to do is simply exchange the exponential function by a log function. So simply change the exp by a log, so a logarithmic function, and you can run the app. And as you can see, you will have the complete, you will have those answers right here. So basically, as I said, it's simply the reverse of the exponential function. So I'm not gonna give you guys a complete mathematical course about all this, but once again, it's pretty cool. Usually it's possible to show it on a graph, but I won't do it because I will need to use matplotlib for it. That's a visualization tool, and we'll work with it a bit later in this class. So you'll see a bit later in this course, we'll work with different tools that will let us visualize our data or put everything on graphs. All right, so now you guys know how to work with exponential functions as well as logarithmic functions inside of Python with NumPy. You can work with any other, there are plenty of other functions with which you can work using arrays, and those are pretty cool. So that's it for this part of the course, guys. I hope you guys liked NumPy and learned a lot of things about it, and see you all in the next part of this course.